Hi, it's Alona, and in this video I will be making a few Townies with Pooklet method. If you don't know what Pooklet method is, it's basically open body shop. Two generators generate random numbers there and mix modifiers with face templates, and boom, you have unique looking Townie. The Pooklet method works this way: that first you get monstrosities that look like Shrek got sucked in black hole, got distorted face, and then he got a plastic surgery and looks fine AF. I already made a bunch of Townies for my Pleasant View, just in case, you know, because let's be honest, Pleasant View lacks colors and it's pretty much boring because most of the people have second template and Downtownies have first template. I would say it's not even a bit boring, it's really boring, so I decided to break the boring and bring in some new faces, new ethnicities. I made a few Townies that look like they are travelers from Takemitsu village or Twiki Island, so that's my headcanon for them. And some of them are already married in the families, which is really cool, and I really love how the babies came out. And now I'm at this point when my Pleasant View really lacks brown-haired people. In next generation, I only got 2 brown-haired babies, which is a disaster a little bit. And I got 9 fucking blonde people, and like, what the hell? So this for Townies, my main goal is to make them brown-haired, to bring brown hair color back in my Pleasant View. I mean, I don't mind that most of them are blonde or black-haired, but like, come on. I guess let's talk about the Townies that I'm making right now. So the first guy I ended up naming Liam, and he is, I think he's either pleasure or a romance sim. I don't remember correctly, but I think he's a romance. And I would say he is a pretty ordinary looking. I don't think he's unique looking, but I gotta say that he got a very pronounced cheekbones. Either way, this is Liam, and I didn't really like that his nose ended up being a bit too high for my liking, so I made it just a little bit lower just to avoid any kind of disproportion. And he also got blue eyes because I don't really have that much of a blue eyes in my Pleasant View as well. I have a lot of dark blue and brown, green, but like there's only 3 people with blue and 2 of them are in the same household, which is not really good. Could have been better, but it is what it is. So I decided to make a few Townies with blue eyes as well. Oh, I don't know what else to say really. If you'd be interested, I could show you my Pleasant View in like 1 round or so, because the next round the pre-made teenagers would be eldest. Some of their kids are still teenagers, so I really wanted to show you them as young adults or adults. And Liam is finally done, so here is before and after.
Good question! How about I leave you alone with this guy instead?
The next sim also has brown hair and blue eyes, and her name is Willow. To be honest, I've tried really hard right now to remember her name, and I remember that her aspiration is fortune. So she's a fortune sim, and believe it or not, when I placed all 4 of them in an empty lot, she and Liam like instantly clicked. They have 1 freaking bolt, but those 2 decided to flirt with each other. They had like 0 friendship, 0 romance, but he caressed her and she accepted it. And if you don't know, caress is like, you can serenade me, you can propose, but you cannot caress. That's a no-no. So I had to really quickly assign them names and last names before those 2 fall in love. I swear to God, if I will see them flirting with each other again somewhere in the community lot, I will fight them physically. For 1 bolt, they acted like they had 3 bolts, honestly. And you're also probably thinking like, why are you making so many Townies with same genetics like brown hair, blue eyes, if there are a lot of pre-made Townies? Well, pre-made Townies are ugly. I said it and I stand by it. I mean, obviously not all of them are ugly. I'm speechless sometimes. Every time I adopt a baby, it looks like monster. They look a lot better when they grew up. But oh my god, those toddlers are like sleep paralysis demons. But jokes aside, I don't mind my Sims adopting babies because it is important. Even if they end up looking a bit ugly, then that's fine. I mean, those are pixels. We can roast them as long as we can. In real life, I don't give a shit. Like how you look, what are you wearing, it doesn't matter for me. As long as you're a good person, that's really all that matters. And as you can see, Willow is coming along very good. Really love how she ended up looking. Her nose is everything. I love it. This is why Pooklet method exists. You cannot find Sims like that amongst premates or Townies because look at her. She is the moment. She is incredible.
She's an icon. She's a legend, and she is the moment.
Disgusting!
So the next test subject the next Sim, another guy. And this time I decided to make a black-haired, brown-eyed person. Despite the fact that I have 9 people black hair as well, I decided that I could use a combination like this in the future, you know? You can't really tell in a recording, but at this point I was losing my shit, like I was losing it. Because next I pulled the slider with the nose length and oh my god, his nose turned so big, it couldn't fit on the screen. I rotated his body to look at the nose, but I couldn't. It was this big. I don't know, this really amused me and it was really hard to continue at this point, but I continued anyway. I swear, it took me forever to remember his name, so I ended up looking in the footage and his name is Orphan. I don't really know why I named him like this, but... And he also ended up looking a lot, and I mean a lot like Alexander Goff, but I mean it's okay. Alexander will pass away eventually, he's already an elder. Well, that sounded a bit dark. But you got the drill. Like, Alexander Goff produced very pretty girls, and I would like to have more of that. Speaking of producing and genetics, I think like this is what I really like in The Sims 4, that there is a lot of options for hair color, eye color, skin color. I mean, I get that Sims 2 is really old game, but like, come on, 4 skin colors, you could do better. Of course, there are a lot of custom like skins, but it's such a pain in the ass to remove them from the game after that. So I guess we kinda stuck with it. But anyway, Orphan is finished. Here's before and after.
Oh shit.
The last but not least is one of my favorite Sims that came out of this whole situation, and her name is Savannah. Savannah has ginger hair and green eyes, pretty popular combination in Pleasant View, I might say, but I still decided to give her those genetics because you never know when you're gonna run out, right? So yeah, I don't remember if I ever seen Townie with genetics like this, so it's still good to have those genetics among Townies and maybe in the future in one of the Pleasant View families, like Goths. Oh, I would really love to have some diversity in my Goth family because all of them so far are with black hair and brown eyes. Only 2 of them are blonde, but that's kind of another story because one of them is adopted and another one is a bit of a fair offspring. But not gonna lie, I kind of like that Goths have like this whole black theme going on with brown eyes, going for generations and black hairs. I won't say I'm really that mad. And also, funny thing, I was like really afraid to lose one of the original families. Like, you know, when you have a girl, she's gonna marry someone and she will lose her family name. So that's why I'm really careful when that happens. So far, so good. All the families kept their names, but I do have 2 new families now because one of the girls married another guy. So there is new family with new last name and also new family because one of them got divorced and got their maiden name back. And because they have a maiden name, I guess you could tell that it's one of the premates, and unfortunately they are already dead, but they have descendants, and one of them is my favorite, like my favorite. It's just, I don't know, it was instant love. But anyway, at this point I think I need to shut up about my Pleasant View because I think like I'm bothering you and I don't want to spoil too much of it when I'm gonna release a video about it. And I already started round 8. Some of the teenagers are gonna be finally adults or young adults if they roll to go to college. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I don't think it's like super chaotic or like there are some extreme events happening. There is drama, not that much, but still there is drama. Sometimes I feel like I don't have anything happening in my game, but then something happens and I'm like, what the actual hell? Because the drama that I have, it's so major, so it's either nothing or like a time bomb that's gonna explode anytime soon. So anyway, Savannah is finally finished and here is the end result. So here's how all of them ended up looking in the game, and I think they all came out looking very good, very nice. Cannot wait to meet some of them in my game and maybe marry them in, you know. And of course, as usual, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you sometimes. Bye!